Once upon a time, in a small town in North Carolina, there was a young boy named Jimmy. He was just like any other kid, curious, energetic, and full of dreams. But there was something special about Jimmy. He had a heart that was bigger than most. He loved making people smile, even if it meant giving away his last dollar or sharing his favorite toy. Little did he know this simple act of kindness would one day change the world. Alara had been through her share of hardships, but this was different. Aiden's challenges were ones that even the strongest of hearts might falter under. However, Alara was determined. Every day she would sit beside him, holding his hands, speaking to him in the silence of their world. She believed that despite his inability to hear or see, there was a spark of light within him that could never be extinguished. Years went by, and Ilara's strength grew, though she carried the weight of worry and loneliness. The villagers, sympathetic at first, began to avoid her. They whispered about how she had been dealt a cruel fate, and many feared what they did not understand. Some believed Aiden's condition was punishment for something unknown. Others simply felt uncomfortable around the unknown. Ilara's heart broke when she saw the isolation she and her son endured, but she refused to give in to the bitterness. Instead, she focused on the bond she shared with Aiden, a bond stronger than any obstacle the world could place in her path. Despite the hardships, Ilara was a woman of incredible resolve. Every morning, she would wake before the sun and go to the village's modest marketplace to gather food, always coming back with more than she needed so that Aiden could have the best. She would feed him lovingly, caressing his face as she told him stories of a world beyond their home, a world filled with color and sound. Even though Aiden could not hear her voice or see the beauty of the world, she spoke with the belief that one day, somehow, he would feel it. One winter, when Aiden was about 10 years old, the village was struck by a devastating storm. It was unlike anything anyone had seen before, with winds so strong that they tore the roofs off houses and left the roads impassable. In the middle of the night, a fire broke out in Ilara's home. She awoke to the acrid scent of smoke and the intense heat. Panic surged through her, but her first thought was not for herself. It was for Aiden. Her heart raced as she ran to his room, unable to see much in the darkness, but her hands instinctively found him lying in his bed. She wrapped him tightly in a blanket and started toward the door, but it was already too late. The fire had spread too quickly, and the flames were blocking the only escape route. Tears filled Ilara's eyes, but she took a deep breath and steadied herself.